right, welcome to Not a Casual, episode 1. If you watched this before, though, this isn't anything new. It's just a new name of the show, which is fine, because this lets us talk about whatever we want to. We don't have to just talk about sports, which is a good thing.
Even though that's basically all we're talking about today.
Even though today we're basically only talking about sports. Sort of. Strez from the Water Boys and Pro Football Hub. The other black guy, the black guy on the show. I don't know, like you don't want to like be politically correct, but yeah, he's the black guy on the show.
The token black guy.
No, you're not a DEI hire. No.
Oh my God.
Former NFL Pro Bowler.
Gotta have one.
Justin Bethel. Hey, Justin, before we get into like the rest of it, here's what I was thinking about during the entire Pro Bowl. Since you made Pro Bowls, they have really spent the last like decade making it mean nothing.
It's way different. It is not the Pro Bowl I used to go to, where you had to actually put on pads and do all that stuff.
I feel like
they could have fun. They could have fun in games now.
Yeah, the effort has increased since they've removed the contact, which is wild.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody was like, man, awesome, so many Pro Bowls. I was like, yeah, but then the fact that Shedeur Sanders is a Pro Bowler this year makes it like you kind of go.
That was just due to like all the other AFC quarterbacks basically being hurt. Justin Herbert was hurt. Bo Nix had to have surgery. Joe Burrow, I think Joe Burrow actually did show up, didn't he?
But the fact that Shedeur Sanders received more.
Pat Mahomes had surgery.
The fact he received more fan votes than anybody in the history of the NFL, while having what 4 passing touchdowns and 6 interceptions for the season.
Really?
It's on some Peyton Manning rookie numbers. I mean,
can you imagine if Peyton Manning had been voted a Pro Bowler his rookie year?
Well, I mean, we have hindsight now. It would be like, yeah, of course, Peyton Manning would have been a Pro Bowler his rookie year. But at the time, it'd be like, what in the world? This guy sucks. But yeah, Shedeur fans love Shedeur.
But
and I think
they were all over social media. They were like proving people wrong. I was like, no,
I mean, it's a 7 on flag thing, guys.
Yeah.
No, but that's the kind of I noticed too. Like when I was going, they started doing like the fan votes do like it's like I don't know what their point. It's like 30% of the vote is for the fans and stuff. And then after that it just starts. At that point, it's like there are players who there are guys who deserve to be there, from other players. But then there are sometimes there are people who are there just because like their name, they're the most people know them the most. It's like, hey, name a receiver. Diggs, I don't know. It's they name the 3 receivers that they know that they hear all the time on the NFL. So it's a little popularity contest, skill.
But isn't that counterproductive when sometimes that's built into contract incentives?
Yeah, I guess it could be. I never had one of those in my contract, so I feel like if you're gonna use it, they're gonna do an incentive like that in your contract. It's probably gonna be like an all pro, because all pro is like
that's the real one for a lot of players.
They're like. I feel like Pro Bowl is cool to have.
Yeah.
But I feel like the All Pro is like that's like I'm
Yeah.
I'm for real the top.
Justin, how do you feel about the the NFL Top 100 that comes out in the beginning of the season?
That's a good question.
Because that's like peer voted. So it's the guys that you're playing with. How do you feel about that one compared to like All Pro versus Pro Bowl?
I mean, I like that. That's nice too. I feel like because that, like you said, it's from the guys who play against you. So it's like, okay, the guys who I play against, think I'm whatever. I know they started a all players like Pro Bowl or Pro All Pro or something like that a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
where it's
I think it's the NFLPA.
Yeah,
it's like it's theirs. Yeah.
So that's. I mean, I think to a player that for me that would mean more than the fan vote, because if you're on a bad team but you're doing good, or you're a guy like me who was I wasn't like a star corner or a star safety or something like that, where my name was, everywhere. But the special teams guys, we need some love too.
Like my boy Devin Key with the Broncos this season.
Mm-hmm.
He was like a special teams guru. He didn't really play like any snaps on defense, but he got some recognition as a special teams guy.
Yeah,
that's good stuff. All right, let's talk about Super Bowl. Patriots versus Seahawks. My God, this was a snooze fest and a half.
It went exactly how I thought it was going to go.
Not me. I was over here hyping them up. I was like, I believe in them, man. They going. But okay, so it was. I'd say it was a really good game. Defense was holding it down. Like,
yeah.
I can't think of his name. Zero.
Oh, Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Gonzo. Yeah, he had a great game.
He was like, I mean, without him, it probably would have been way out of hand way earlier, because he stopped a lot of, like, he dropped the pick in the end zone.
That deep ball to Rashid Shaheed that he like jumped up and deflected.
So I think he single-handedly kept them in the game. But I just kind of felt bad, because it was like, I hadn't watched the Seahawks all season. And, people were telling me, and I was like, nah, I believe something, special teams, something like that. I don't know. But I feel like he just didn't really have a lot of time to work in the pocket.
No.
Like, it was, once they started getting there, it was all over.
Yeah.
Like, they were beating, they're getting there with a 4-man rush. So he doesn't have nobody to throw to.
He took 21 sacks in the 4 playoff games that he played in.
Yeah, so
that's. When you lose not Rayshon Slater, who is it? Joe Alt.
Yeah,
not Joe Alt. Those are the Chargers guys. They had some issues on their offensive line, and then Will Campbell came back from injury halfway through the season. It was rough. It was rough when they started playing those like playoff caliber defenses. That the Patriots offense just kind of took a dip. And I kind of knew it was going to look like this, because the Seahawks were probably in a top 5 defense. But on the flip side, the offenses that the Patriots had played the first 3 games in the AFC side of the playoff bracket, it was the corpse of Justin Herbert playing with like a broken hand, and then CJ Stroud, who has probably the worst offensive line in the NFL, just straight up seeing ghosts, and then a backup quarterback in Jarrett Stidham with the Broncos in a blizzard. And then they go from those 3 offenses to playing the Seahawks, who were the best offense statistically this entire season, but the Seahawks also have a top 5 defense. I was like, I think it's going to be not good, not pretty.
That's what it was. It was like, I feel like if the offense could like even, did something, or especially not the turnovers. Like if they could have stopped the turnovers, I think the defense was doing their job. They're holding them to 3 every time. I mean, the first half, it was 12. We have four field goals.
Yeah. At halftime, I was like looking it up. I was like, has a kicker ever won Super Bowl MVP?
Yeah. So it wasn't like the defense was giving the offense a chance, but they were going 3 and out. And then Seattle's punter he was pinning them deep. Like, his kicks were great. So they weren't really ever getting good field position to start off with. So yeah, I think they know what to work on. The good thing about the Patriots, though, is they're young.
Had a schedule for sure.
Yeah,
first year with Mike Vrabel.
A whole bunch of guys are coming back, and they see what they got in their defense. I think this offseason they go rebuild that offensive line and give my man some time back there to really throw, because he's got a great deep ball. He's got great touch. He had a couple errant throws out there that I was, like the one he missed Coop.
Like,
I think his clock just got too sped
some
up.
of those are like you're seeing a rush, not there.
Oh God, they're already here.
Okay. I got sacked. He's like, I got hit so many times. Okay, I got half a second to find something. I'm getting hit.
Well, that was happened last year with Caleb Williams. Like, everybody was like, he's taking sacks, he shouldn't. And I was like,
yeah, once you get hit a couple of times,
sacked more than any quarterback has ever been sacked in the history of this league. Yeah, after about the 3rd sack, all of a sudden he's seeing stuff out of his peripheral that's not there. Like you're just all you're thinking is I got to get move, I got to move. So I felt bad for him, but Sam Darnold, man, have we ever seen a quarterback that just got crapped on like he did for like a good 7 to 8 years where everyone was like complete bust? Then Minnesota, he does as an unbelievable run with Minnesota, and they're like, yep, still don't believe in Sam Darnold. So
anyone can look that way, throwing to Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, and then JJ McCarthy doesn't look like that. Yeah,
I mean, good for him. I mean,
they pointed it out after the game. He's the first quarterback in NFL history to win a Super Bowl having played for 5+ teams.
That's wild.
And it's funny because I was talking to somebody. They were like, do you think it matters, where you get drafted and stuff? I'm like, yeah. Like we were talking and I was talking about Mac Jones. So I was saying how Mac Jones, his first year under Josh McDaniel, like I think we went like 10-6 or 11-6, something like that. But he was looking good. He was like looking, everybody was like, oh, he's going to be a great. And then Josh left to go get the head coaching job at, with the Raiders, and so he lost his quarterbacks coach, and I don't think he gelled really well with who they brought in to be the new quarterbacks coach, and I think that kind of set him down and set him back, and you saw it. It was he was making bad throws, he wasn't making the same calls, he didn't look like the same player. So for him, it was like you can look really good on the one person, and then somebody else come in, and it's like they got a whole nother philosophy, and it doesn't turn out. And then this past year in San Fran, when Purdy was hurt, he came in, won some games, looked good. So like I said,
like an actual conversation about. Wait, hold on. We could pay this guy a lot less than we're paying Brock Purdy.
So he was a first round for a reason. Okay,
yeah, first rounder versus Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah. But as I said, I think coaching, that's why coaching is so, it's so big. Being in the right environment, having somebody who can teach you the way, you can learn from the way you learn. So,
those teams, the teams that don't have all 4 levels, owner, GM, head coach, quarterback settled, are never going to be successcul. That's why that's why the Browns are never going to be successful.
Yep.
That's why the Dolphins are going to continue to struggle. That's why the Jets are going to continue to struggle. Because there's just some of those organizations out there are so poorly ran. And I think the Denver Broncos can be a perfect testament to that, because they were willing to take a massive cap hit to not have Russell Wilson on their team. And they went and got their quarterback.
Yeah.
And since drafting Bo Nix, have won 25 games in 2 years. And they've got the ownership, the richest owners in the NFL. They've got the GM, they've got the head coach, and it was just that quarterback that was the missing piece there. So it is interesting to see that kind of stuff. And I think the Patriots have gotten back there now.
Yeah.
And I think the Chiefs have been there, owner, GM, head coach, quarterback combo.
Why they fall off this year? What happened?
They're old, Justin.
They're getting a little old. Yeah. And Mahomes got hurt like halfway through the season.
What year is this for Mahomes?
9? 8?
Same.
It's got to be, because the first year. I'm gonna say the first year I played him, I feel like it was out. I was still playing in Arizona.
Yeah, it's his. So he was a rookie in the 2015 season when the Broncos won Super Bowl 50.
Yeah, okay.
But he played just that last game of the season.
Because I remember when they played us, and then I remember that was when Tyreek was. I remember playing him against Tyreek and stuff. So I remember.
Yeah. Maybe it was the 2016 season.
Pretty sure we won.
I love that look on Justin's face. He's like, I remember playing Tyreek.
Yeah. No, we actually had a good game. I think we won that game. I dropped a pick though. He overthrew Tyreek. It was like he ran a slant, and
how do you do that?
I tried to catch it like.
Oh, it was a slant. This. Okay, yeah.
And I tried to catch it like this, and I dropped it.
Like, how do you outthrow on a D ball? How do you overthrow Tyreek Hill? I don't know if that's possible.
It's like a deep post or something. I can't. And I was coming from the backside, and I just remember dropping the pick. That's all.
That's funny. All right, some other news over the weekend that was interesting. College basketball, we don't do a whole lot of it. I know no one cares about it till March. If you're watching this, I get it.
Hey, it's almost March. It's February, 10th?
We're really getting close to March. UNC played Duke over the weekend.
Which ones?
One of the biggest college basketball game rivalries in the history of the sport. Both teams ranked, but upset for Duke. They get upset. UNC fans actually stormed the court twice. So they stormed the court the first time after Seth Tribble hit a go-ahead three-pointer with 0.4 seconds remaining. The students all saw it, game over, so they stormed the court. They got to get them all off, clear the thing. Then they storm the court again after the game's officially over. They get fined $50,000. In the press conference, Duke head coach says, yeah, we got to figure out what's going on. This is a safety issue. I had staffers get hit in the face while they're trying to get off the floor. He's like, my wife and my kids are trying not to get trampled. I've talked about this before. Storming the court or rushing the field has completely lost any luster at all.
Why? It's because kids just do it to do it now.
I guess. I mean, maybe I'm just I am 40 now, so I could be old. But in my head, it didn't happen that often when I was in college.
Well, in college, you didn't have every storm or court or field or court storming in your hand.
Yeah.
Well,
it probably happened more often.
First of all, where I went to college, and nobody was storming the court.
So, yeah, same.
I don't even think we had enough people to
the 30 kids of the student section. If they had run out on the court, would have been like, "What? You guys have a pickleball game after this? Is that what you guys are trying to get started?" But yeah, you watch college football now, it happens. I mean, it can be
that Virginia game was crazy.
But it can be somebody ranked 21 who's playing a 15, and they'll be upset, storm the court. In my head, and also, this is the other thing. There are teams in every sport that I think should never rush the field.
North Carolina is one of them in basketball.
You should never. You are North Carolina.
You're too good. You're too good to do that. You shouldn't be surprised.
We'll equate it to college football. And Strez and I, we've talked about this before. We are fans of teams that when your schedule's released, you circle us on your schedule. You circle Oklahoma, you circle Ohio State, you circle Alabama, you circle Georgia. There are teams that
Indiana now, apparently.
Indiana. Basketball, Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky, Louisville. You're circling these teams. Those teams should never storm the court. I don't care what you're ranked. I don't care who you're playing. You are a blue blood program. Storming the court is for Bucknell.
Presbyterian College.
If you guys beat Clemson in a football game,
that's how I thought it was. I always thought storming the court was okay, maybe a rivalry game, or something like that. But I always thought it was mostly you only do that when you beat somebody that you weren't supposed to beat.
Yeah,
a massive under. I think if I'm not mistaken, 2021, when Michigan finally beat Ohio State after a 10-year drought, I think their fans rushed the field after that.
And I felt the same way about it then. I thought that's weak sauce. That's a soft.
Oh, 100%.
That's a Charmin is soft move. You're Michigan. You should never storm the field.
100%.
That's I didn't like it when Oklahoma went up to Ohio State and beat them. In my head, I thought we're making a bigger deal of this than we should.
Baker took the flag around the whole stadium and then planted it.
You're Oklahoma.
Why does everybody do that in Columbus, bro?
We did it. It's a Red River rivalry thing.
Yeah.
And then he kind of took it outside of that game and did it somewhere else. But
very Baker Mayfield of him.
Here's what I think it is. I think this just comes down to young kids. I think they probably hear stories of big upsets and they just want to be a part of history so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife told. I remember my wife, and she was like, I just wanted to. She went to U of A, and they stormed the field one day. So she was like, there's just always wanted to. She's like, I just always wanted to storm the field. I'm like, okay, I guess.
No,
I could see it. I could see it there though. Like it's Arizona, right? Like that's not like a historic, football program.
Yeah, I don't know.
They have some good years. They have some,
Yeah.
But that's a unbelievable basketball school.
Right.
Well, it's for football, so I don't know if they didn't do it for basketball.
Yeah, I would.
And then why did they say storm the field? It's not you storm the court. It's not even
rush the field, storm the court is what I grew up calling it.
Oh, people. Why do people do the? I guess the court seems like a little small. Like
it's dangerous.
Yeah. I'm wearing the shirt that I bought. I went to a Creighton basketball game a couple weekends ago. They were playing UConn, and UConn had only lost like one game that season. They were number 2 in the nation, and Creighton is having kind of a down year for them. And I was like, I'm 32, but if they storm the court, I'm going. And the person that we went with, her name is Jamie. She goes, "We're on the upper deck. There's no way you're getting down there." And I was like, "Somebody will catch me. I'm going." Like, because I've never I went to a really small school. Like that was not something that we did for our basketball program. Our football program never won big games. Well, I guess we did win one game against a ranked opponent once while I was there. Yeah. But that was at the University of Indianapolis, so it was like we had no fans there. But yeah, it was just something that I never was really a part of it. And I think like for me, it's kind of that. Who was it? Marie Antoinette. Let them eat cake, man.
Yeah,
you're only a college kid once.
Yeah,
it just feels it just feels weird, and I said this. I think I said it when we very first started doing the Waterboys College Football Show. I think they just announced they were going to start fining people for it, and I remember us talking about going, "This is going to make it worse."
Yeah, because it's going to be like, this ain't our money.
You tell college kids they can't do something, okay.
Yep. I can't.
You said no? Cool. Buckle up. We're going to do this every time we can.
We got something for that.
But
that is wild though that like in those rivalry settings, because the students who aren't the athletes there like grow up being a fan of that school probably for the most part. They North Carolina fans obviously hate Duke.
Oh yeah.
So when they storm the court against Duke and they get a chance to lay hands on one of the Duke staffers, that's when you're running into an issue. It's like maybe not rivalry games. You can storm the court any other game, but during a rivalry game, it's like
yeah, don't do that.
Like, could you imagine? I mean, last year in the Michigan Ohio State game. Like police were Mason players because there was a fight at the end of the game just between players. You imagine if the fans, like the rabid fans of the game, were involved in something like that? Like that would get so out of hand so fast.
Well, in some basketball arenas, the fans are so close you can't stop them. Like,
oh yeah, that's what I said. Basketball, like I feel like it's easier though because like the first 2 rows, you're right on the court.
Yeah,
I mean you're there. The bleachers aren't that far away.
And I mean, and what I think it sucks is not only does North Carolina get fined $50,000, but they were spending a lot of more than that on security for that game. So you're doing everything you can to try to stop a problem, even though it's going to happen anyway. So you almost just better off going, whatever.
We'll just pay the fine.
Like, sorry, Duke staffer got punched. But like we can't. What are we gonna do?
Work on your guard a little bit. I don't know.
All right, Justin. Have you heard of this new thing called Run Nation?
Run Nation. No. Is it part of High Rocks?
You're gonna love this.
As a former NFL guy, I just want you to watch this.
Oh, I know what it is. Yes, I saw it. I know what you're talking about. I have seen it. One of my friends literally sent this to me. I forgot what it was called, but yes, as soon as I heard the noise, I was like, "Wait a minute, I know what this is."
So
they're doing Oklahoma drills with no pads, and like how do you even judge this? Like literally, it's just 2 guys running at each other as hard as you can.
I mean,
whoever doesn't get knocked out, I guess.
Yeah, look. The dude with the bar there, like yeah.
Well, and here's what I think is funny. Even the dude with the ball that's acting like, yeah, what's up? His head is killing him.
Right now. He's in pain.
Like, now here's what I will say.
Is it just Polynesian dudes?
It's just rugby Polynesian guys that I've ever seen. So for people that are watching this going, NFL guys could do this. I want you to understand that Polynesian rugby guys are built different than American football players. Like, if you ever shake hands or are around a dude from the island who plays rugby, they're a different human being. Like,
those are like the old school linebackers, like Ray Lewis type guys that would do that.
Yeah, and they're all got huge thighs, huge they're all super thick. Like, this is a group of an ethnicity of people that literally settled on islands by canoeing, like from one island to another. They're not like, there's a reason, like when the NFL figured out rugby tackling needed to be a thing, and they started bringing in these rugby coaches to teach rugby tackling, then all of a sudden they were like, hey, we should set up like camps in like New Zealand and the UK. We ought to try to get some of these rugby guys over to the NFL, because they're different human beings. Like, they're wild. I love that it's on Kick, because 100% this is the only.
Oh, is that what it's streamed on? Is that's like the most Kick possible thing I think that has ever existed.
What's Kick?
It's like a Twitch knockoff, but it's like no rules. There's no rules.
It's the Wild West,
and it's like all funded by like gambling money.
It's like it's not as crazy as slap fighting, but it's very close, because I've had guys that have sent me those videos. They're like, I bet when you were young, I was like, on what? You think when I was young and doing that I would have stood across the table from a guy, let him slap? No.
Yeah, no.
Hey
man, well, as people will make a sport out of anything.
Who did you play against that you watched the video go, they could do that? Or play with. You might have played with some guys that you're like, they could do that and be good at that.
I don't know. I don't think I know anybody that will.
One of my old teammates is a fighter.
Like, you'd have to be like, you gotta have a different mindset. No pads, we just running in.
You have to have no mindset, I think.
The only guy I could think of that I thought they could do is Aaron Donald. I was like, Aaron Donald could do this to be good.
Oh, yeah.
He would probably look small now compared to the guys that we just saw.
Miles Garrett could probably.
Miles Garrett would rip somebody in half.
Did you guys see him and Micah Parsons go back and forth on Micah Parsons' podcast?
Oh, it was live at the Super Bowl. He's trying to, like, Justin, if you haven't seen it, he's trying to build rapport with Miles Garrett about like how they're like,
Micah's like, I'm as good as you, and Miles Garrett's like, what do you mean?
Like, he's like, yeah.
I'm the record holder, dude.
Micah's like,
not there yet.
Based on the numbers, I played half the season, then I got hurt. I was close to you, and he's like, I played 13 games, and Miles Garrett goes, I had 18 sacks through 13 games. What are you talking about?
I had to get creative with the last 6.5.
Miles Garrett looks like if you were like, I'll build a pass rusher at a lab, you would build Miles Garrett.
Yeah, Madden NFL creative player. Like,
yeah, he's got super long arms.
He's a Kryptonian.
Yeah, he just looks like he's not human. He's just, and Micah, God love him, good player. Great game changer of a player. But there's also there's a certain other category of guy that you go.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes with the league too, it's like, it's good to have. I mean, it's good. That's a good mindset to have. But a lot of times, for me, it's like, until you do it, like, once you're there, like, he's playing a full season, he's like at 22 sacks, and it's like, oh, he's got a chance. It's like, yeah, then you can't play half a season and just speculate, because half a season is.
I feel like Micah could maybe get there, but I mean, Miles has been in the league for over a decade now, and he just got close enough to even remotely think about breaking the record, and then broke it. Yeah. So
it's a lot of things that got to go in the play.
Miles is a hard worker, though.
Yeah,
and He's a good player. I don't want to and whatever. But like when Jadeveon Clowney came out of South Carolina, everyone was like, this is a dude. Guys that watched who knew, like guys that I knew at Oklahoma, like coaches that I would go, is this guy a dude? They would go, to a man, every one of them said no. And I said, why? They go,
because he don't work.
Technique's not good. Yeah. He doesn't work hard. Like,
yeah, he's just pure talent.
Yeah.
They're like, he's played at every level by just being able to.
He's just more athletically gifted.
They're like, even the huge hit that he had that is like, a top 10 play in history of college football. They're like, it's terrible technique.
It's the biggest ball don't lie moment ever, though.
That's that saying, hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard.
Yeah, Ray Lewis was undersized. Yeah, linebacker.
Yeah, but he worked.
Yeah, just
Elvis Dumerville was undersized as a pass rusher.
Yep. Ed Reed, not huge.
Yeah. Terrell Suggs.
Mm-hmm.
Like those guys.
I mean, he was big, but I mean, we're saying like they're not huge when they actually are huge. But like for their positions,
I'd say a good guy's like Tyron. Tyron was a small safety, but he came downhill.
Dude, Tyron Matthew in college. I remember watching those college highlights going, this guy's going to kill somebody at some point.
And defenses that have those kinds of guys are such cheat codes.
They are.
Yeah. Or like even now the Cardinals, Buddha's like that. Buddha Baker.
Yeah, Caleb Downs is going to be that kind of player too. I fully anticipate in the league. He's going to be.
And if they're a linebacker at some point, it makes it even better. Like when the doggiest dog, meanest guy on the team is playing linebacker, the like intimidation factor on quarterbacks when they're staring over the line. Like for us, like that defense that we had with Urlacher was great. It was really good. But Urlacher staring over the line at quarterbacks, you could watch, especially like rookie quarterbacks, their first time playing in Chicago, they go, that guy's going to kill me. And it would just kind of like, it would get in their head. Ray barking at guys, screaming at Peyton Manning and those guys. You're like, yeah, this guy, this is a cheat code. And, watching the Super Bowl, I'm not saying Seattle had the Legion of Boom like that. I mean, you played against that defense. That was wild.
Safeties was crazy. Linebackers: Bobby Wagner, Cam Chancellor, Sherman,
Walter Payton Man of the Year, Bobby Wagner.
Like
I can't even remember who they had. Their whole D line was like those guys. Everybody, I'm like,
but Seattle plays. They had a little bit of an edge. Like over the season that I guess I just didn't catch on to because they don't have like it's not the Legion of Boom where they got all these guys that everybody's names. Like you could name everybody across the board.
It's basically their back end in Seattle, so you can name. It's like Tariq Woolen, all those guys that you can think of. Devin Witherspoon. It's their back end stuff. It's not really like their front seven that you typically think of. But
Justin had some of those years in Arizona when you've got a really good back end where you, as a quarterback, you're going to have to play everything short. Like they're going to be able to keep everything in front, especially young quarterback. That's a lot to ask a guy.
Turns into coverage sacks.
Yeah.
And then it helps. It's good when you got. I feel like right now Seattle, their D line is so good. Like. It helps the back end because they can have 7 deep.
Yeah, you're only rushing 4.
4, yeah. You could get to the ball with 4, and it's like, obviously any passing situation is like, okay, we're just going to rush at 4, and either you're going to throw a pick or we're going to get.
And then they'll randomly bring a safety blitz.
That's what we were talking about.
Like they had that one nickel blitz.
It caused the fumble. That I guess it was. They actually went back and it was actually a pick six.
Yes, we were talking about during college season with Oklahoma and Ohio State. It was like they're getting pressure with 4. What do you, as a quarterback, what are you supposed to do?
I mean, the Eagles did that last year. That's why they won the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Seahawks were able to do that this year. Yeah, there were 3 defenses that were able to do that. I think the Broncos and the Texans were the other 2 defenses that could really get pressure with just their 4 guys up front.
Do y'all feel like defenses have caught up?
Yes.
Does it feel like we've moved past
it's coming
era?
They I think what's happened there was the defensive area, I think when I first got in the league it was like, defenses that's what it is, and then they made all those rule changes, and now I think it was like, okay, figure out how to be good within these new rules that are so offensive heavy. And now I think, coaches and defense coordinators are learning, okay, this is how we can still do everything we need to do within the rules to where it's like defense can dominate again. And I mean, you're seeing it, like defenses are just turnovers, and it's all kind of.
I mean, the Broncos had 68 sacks this season.
Yeah,
they're teaching a very aggressive defense scheme inside the rules. Like every great they all punch at the ball. I don't remember seeing that 20 years ago. That was the idea. I mean, when you first got in the league, it was hit the guy hard enough so he drops the ball. That was the
By the time I got to when I got to, I think it was, what year was that? It was like my 8th or 9th year. I remember when I was with the Ravens, they used to during practice, it was always run to the ball and punch at it. Same thing when I went to the Patriots. It was the same, you get to the end Miami, it was get to the ball, get there, take a punch at the ball, and get, the more times you're around the ball, the more chances you get. So it definitely, within the last, how long have it? It's been 2 years since I played 2, 3. Ooh, getting old. But definitely within the last, I'd say 6, 7, 8 years, people are starting to that's really becoming very, it's out there. People are hey, we're punching at the ball, we're doing this, we're doing that to get a chance. Because that's what it is. It's all about chances. It's how many times can you get your offense the ball? Because you're only, what is it, a couple times a quarter? You'll probably 2 to 3 times you'll have a possession per quarter.
Yeah, I think it's an average of 8 to 10 possessions a game.
Yeah, I know it's not nothing crazy. So every time you can get an extra possession, that's an extra chance to either change the field position or get a chance to score.
Lastly, we got Winter Olympics. No one has to care on the show other than me. It's fine. I am of the persuade. I don't care what's going on in the U.S. politically. When we get to the Olympics, I hope red, white, and blue beats everyone by a million.
It's the most patriotic I ever get is during the Olympics. So when the hockey team is on, I was watching the women's hockey highlights the other day because they're playing at 4 a.m. I'm not waking up to watch, but I'm watching the replays and stuff. But when I saw the women's hockey out there win 5-0, I'm like, let's go! I'm so psyched for the men's hockey to start the end of this week.
Brittany and I were sitting on the bed last night cheering curling on like it was a basketball game.
Hey, curling athletes will make you feel like anyone could be an Olympic athlete.
What's Jared Allen and somebody else retired NFL guys that picked up curling? They're like, I think I could do this in the Olympics. I'm like, that'd be the most American thing in the world if
Well, 2028 we got
flag football in the summer.
We got flag football, so I might need it.
Hey, Justin, that flag football would be perfect.
Yeah, start stretching those hamstrings. Hey, if there's anyone that I'm not worried about having a soft tissue injury, it's Justin Bethel for sure.
They were talking. I can't remember who I was talking. They were like, all these soft tissue injuries, it's because everybody's bigger, stronger, faster. I go, I actually know a guy says that's not what it is. So he's like, what is it? I go, I'm not going to say it because I never asked him if I could talk about it. I'm just going to tell you, it ain't got nothing to do with bigger, stronger, faster. So, but we got to shout out Lindsey Vonn.
Speaking of soft tissue,
that girl has a blown ACL.
Yeah, I heard one of the skiers or something happened. She tore
ACL a week before the Olympics were supposed to kick off in it's a kind of an exhibition world qualifier type thing.
Oh yeah,
and then she was like,
I heard about that.
It was up in the air whether or not she was going to compete in the women's downhill in the Olympics because she's done it for years.
She did the practice qualifier,
2 runs
with a bad AC, with a torn ACL,
completely ruptured.
Yeah,
Did she hurt it again?
Well, so first round of actual competition, I think she made it the first 2 turns, and then
that was I think that was the second round. She did her practice run.
Yeah, you're right.
Just fine, and then had her first run. She finished like 11th or 13th. Somewhere kind of like not towards the top 10, but like was really close. And then her final run was yesterday morning.
Yeah.
And then she hurt.
Yeah.
Like metaphor out.
Like broke her other
that's
leg.
I heard. Yeah, I heard she had to. That's what I heard she had to get helicopter. Yeah, if you just tore your ACL and you're trying to you have nothing supporting it. Like even if you somehow magically make it through, especially with all those turns and all that pressure, eventually it's something. I mean, I get it. It's the Olympics, and you train for all this. And it's
when you have ACL surgery, they tell you can't ever ski. Like they just tell you, skiing out of the question.
Well, definitely not. The next week.
And the problem is because somebody asked me about it. I said the problem is about the first week and a half. You feel like fine. You're like, I don't know what's going on. Like I'm fine.
You had ACL surgery before?
My orthoscopic.
See, I've had MCLs, but I never had
I never tore my knee. That was like my one thing that I was always proud of.
I mean, I walked around on mine for 2 days.
Yeah.
I didn't think anything was wrong. It was like kind of swollen, and I was like, "Oh, this sucks." I like twisted it, nothing or whatever, and then tried to like make a hard cut, and it went.
Said, I was no.
Something's wrong with this.
It's not being held together properly.
Whoa. But she's a historic as far as her sport goes, and the U.S. She's one of the greatest winter sport Olympians the U.S. has ever produced.
Yeah. Isn't she married to PK Subban?
Yes.
It's like a athlete family. He's a former hockey player.
They're making them D1 babies.
Probably. Mm-hmm. No, but I was so bummed when I woke up yesterday morning to get ready for church, and I looked at my phone and I saw that she had been like airlifted off the mountain. I'm like, that's such a bummer. I didn't think that she was going to get to the podium or anything like that.
But you
just by nature of her finishing a race in the Olympics
would have been great
with a torn ACL. Like skyrockets her up my list of like all-time athletes. Right, like Serena Williams it will forever be enshrined on my Mount Rushmore of athletes because she won a freaking Open Grand Slam while she was pregnant.
After having the baby, right? Oh,
yes. It's just like there's some things that like people just do that you're just like, how in the world do you do this? And it wouldn't have surprised me at all. Actually, I saw a post yesterday about her injury history. You guys want to hear this? Like it's crazy. This rundown of Lindsey Vonn, like. This is why she went, I just tore my ACL a week ago. Big deal. I'm going to race anyways. 2007, sprained right ACL after a crash during training at the World Championships in Sweden. 2009, severed tendon in her right thumb, cutting open a champagne bottle at the World Championships in France. December of 2009, microfractures in her left forearm after a crash during a giant slalom in Austria. 2010, broken right pinky from crash in giant slalom at Vancouver Olympics, where she had previously won the downhill gold. 2013, torn ACL and MCL in her right knee and tibial plateau fracture in her right leg following a crash in Super G at the World Championships. November of 2013, torn right ACL from crash in training at Copper Mountain. December 2013, MCL sprain in her right knee. February 2016, multiple fractures in her left knee from a crash during the World Championships in Andorra. August 2015, broken ankle from crash during training in New Zealand. November 2016, fractured humerus and right arm from crash during training at Copper Mountain. She needs to stop going to Copper Mountain.
Yeah.
November 2018, torn lateral collateral ligament and meniscus in left knee. 3 tibial plateau fractures from crash during training at guess where? Copper Mountain. And then January 2019, impact injury to peroneal nerve. And then the torn ACL this month or last month.
Yes.
So she has constantly been hurt, which makes sense. I mean, she's flying down a sheet of ice at 90 miles an hour. Like that's what she does as a profession.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of injuries for her to overcome. So it's like
what has she got?
Well, and she's like
Darth Vader.
I'm like, what is it? What is It's like the bionic woman.
More machine than woman at this point.
Well, and in all of that, she's got a gold and bronze medal in the Olympics, 2 gold medals in the World Championships, 3 silver medals in the World Championships, 4 World Cup titles. In the midst of all that, with all those injuries,
it's just unbelievable.
So
that's impressive.
Shout out to Lindsey Vonn. Yes, USA, Canada hockey in the Olympics. I want to make it very known on this show. If you're a Canadian over the next 2 weeks, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I don't like you. I don't like any Canadians. So if you're watching the show, you're like, that's not nice. I don't care. I don't care. I don't know who we got first round. I'm just keep looking at how does the U.S. get to play Canada?
So that question you asked me the other day, Aaron, hockey or fighting is strictly prohibited in Olympic ice hockey.
So they can't fight.
Nope.
That's not going to bode well for us as a.
Well, the hits will just be that much harder.
Are both Tkachuk brothers playing?
Yes. Well, I think Matthew Tkachuk might be hurt right now. I'd have to look, but yeah, it's just a bummer. My 2 favorite players are Canadian, which is just a huge bummer to have to go in and watch this. And my least favorite players are Americans, and it's like, dang, you're really gonna make me root for those guys?
You have to, man.
What are we doing?
We need to. Last thing, I will be at Daytona for the race this weekend, so expect some content on the Not a Casual YouTube channel from that. It's going to be like in the 70s. I'll be suffering for Jesus down there in Daytona, Florida in the 70s.
Good luck.
I know it's getting nice out here, so I can't.
While the rest of the country's getting pounded with snow again. I'll be doing
60 degrees yesterday. I mean, 65 degrees today in Kansas City. It's like it's going to snow this weekend. It's ridiculous.
We got a high of 83 today.
Oh, just terrible out there. What? But like, what's the heat in the summer though?
It's like 110, isn't it?
I know. 110, 120.
And don't give me that it's a dry heat BS. Everybody from Arizona, it's a dry heat. Like,
no, I don't. I think dry. I think like the sun out here is worse than like going to, because I don't mind sweating. I don't like the sun burning me. Like I don't like feeling like I'm getting cooked.
Yeah, I don't like the one. I did an internship in Idaho, and it's a desert climate. And they'd be like, "It's a dry heat." And I was like, "Here's the problem. I would go through chapstick like just a tube of chapstick a week, trying to."
The oven's dry heat too. You don't see people sitting.
Yeah, it just dries you out. So, but yeah, also, we got to get Justin's gonna get. I think Justin's coming to the Phoenix race, so that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, when is it? I'm gonna try to. I mean,
well, you don't have a choice. You have to come now.
When is it again?
I'll text you to remind you. Our owner's a really big Patriots fan. You can't.
I need to put it in my calendar.
Hey,
my wife needs to see it on the calendar. Otherwise,
isn't Andy a huge Bills fan?
Huge Bills fan, but our owner's a massive Patriots fan.
That's so funny.
Yeah, he's a big Bills fan, and their fan base. I mean, it's like. They lose so much. They're the most tight-knit fan base I've ever seen because they just lose so much
in the worst ways possible.
Yeah, as heartbreaking a moments as any NFL team. 4 straight Super Bowls, 4 straight losses. Allen can't get. I mean, it's just so they've. They're a pretty tight-knit group, but yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. All right. Other than that, make sure you subscribe to us here on Not a Casual. We'll be doing one of these every single week. I will be on the road for next week, so that'll be fun. And we will, I'm sure, have a bunch of other stuff to talk about. NFL draft right around the corner, all coming at you. Thanks, boys.